people, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for popping back in. My name is Brenda Wadia, and I have another topic for you. Actually, it's a continuation of our previous topic, which was around how to manage your stress in life, or how to live a stress-free life. I think this is going to be the part 2, really. Not I think this is going to be the part 2. A lot of people are stressed, and sometimes we know what is stress, or most times we know what is causing the stress for us, but we don't know how to overcome that stress. We don't know what to do. We don't have enough information to tackle that problem. So as a result, it causes a lot of stress for us. But I think if you go and watch my part 1, I did a lot of analysis on how I from time to time overcome stress in my life and what strategies I use. And this video is a continuation of that previous topic. And I have some few points again, just to add again, that has helped me so far in my journey. And so I think one thing that I always say is, I think this is going to be point 1 for this particular session, is there's no problem in life without a solution. And I think when we are stressed, we are overwhelmed. We're like, oh my God, there's always a problem or an issue that causes a stress for us. I've never seen any situation whereby you're just stressed for no reason. I mean, if you're stressed for no reason, then there's another thing going on there. But there's usually something that is stressing us. There's usually a concern. There's usually a problem. And some people just feel they can't see beyond that problem. That problem becomes their focus, and as a result, it causes a lot of stress. But one thing that I've learned and has helped me immensely is to understand that there is no problem without a solution. As long as there's a problem, there is a solution. When I started to understand this concept, the way I managed my problems or my stress levels went down. Because whenever I'm faced with a challenge or a problem or an issue, automatically in my head I'm thinking, okay, what is the solution? And also, for me to be able to go through that solution, I need information, because information is key. Information is key for solving problems. He said when you have information, you have knowledge, and when you have knowledge, then you can go through, you can maneuver situations. So the first thing is to understand that, okay, I have a challenge, there's a problem here. What is the solution? How do I overcome it? And because I know that there's always an end, or there's always a solution for this problem, then I'm at peace with myself. So if you try to understand this concept very well, when you're faced with challenges, you will not be as stressed as you always think that you should be, or you will not be as stressed as you should be, because you know that there's a solution, and then you work towards that solution. The second thing that I normally do, again, that has helped me so far, is I try to write down the problems or the issues. I document them down, because sometimes I see that when I see them, it kind of is not as big as I thought that issue is or problem is. Because when you have things in your head, you can play up big in your head, and it creates worries and everything. But sometimes when I write it down, I break it down into points, I break it down, I analyze it, it kind of helps me, it just relaxes me sort of, because I now know, okay, that's it. It's not that bad. It's not this big, And I'll give you an example to this. I used to work in a different country before I moved to the UK. And I was making this decision to actually move back to the UK. And I was like, okay, is this the right decision to make? Am I going to start all over again when I come back to the UK? Trying to look for a job, trying to settle in, trying to make new friends. And I was getting really, really stressed, because I was thinking, okay, I'm leaving a permanent job here where I have an income to go back to a country where I'm going to start all over again. And I was so stressed, and I was thinking of different things, what could possibly go wrong and things like that. But what I did was I brought out a pen and a paper, and I decided to, for me, I do a lot of analysis anyways, and I decided to do a SWOT, test for myself, and I said, what is the strengths, what is the weakness, what is the opportunities and threats involved in these decisions that I'm making for both countries, you know. So I did that and I wrote that down, and immediately I wrote it down and I documented it, and I started looking at the strengths of being in each country, the weakness of being in each country, you know, the opportunities and the threats. It was clearer to me in my head. And from doing that analysis, there was a clear choice of what country I should be in. And based on that, I was able to, you know, make that progress, and I wasn't that stressed anymore, because it was clear to me that based on what I've done, on all the analysis, this is where I should be, this is the country I should be in. And I was able to make that decision, and I came back to the UK. So most times, this has worked for me as well. Analyzing things, documenting things down, has really helped me. Another area again is, the third point here is knowing that in life, apart from death and illness or something illness, money would answer, or money will solve all problems. It might not be marital, it might not, even in marital, they said when there's money, the love is sweeter. And you know, but one thing I found out is when there's an issue, a problem, or whatever it is, there's always a monetary element to it. And if you're ready to spend that money, you know, there's always a solution. So sometimes you might just think about it that, oh, why am I stressing myself? Okay, I need to clean the whole house. It's stressing me up, the whole house, you know, and this and this and this. Okay, then why not get a cleaner, you know? Get a cleaner, pay somebody to take that stress off you. It might just be as little as that, you know, just money. You might be faced with difficult situations whereby they say this, that, but you find out that, you know, it's something that can be resolved if you're ready to pay the money. I'm not saying you should bribe somebody. That I'm not talking about that at all. That's not where I'm going to with this. But what I'm saying is that sometimes, you know, when you have issues, and I'll give you another example again. I was in the process of buying something recently, and you know, I went to buy that stuff without knowing the implication of what I was getting into. And in the process of us exchanging, or paying the deposit of this particular stuff I was buying, I realized that there was a problem with the actual thing that I was buying, you know, and it was going to cost me a lot of money to fix, you know. But I was so stressed, you know. I was beating myself up, like, why would I get into this with all my knowledge, you know? But again, I started to tell myself, you know, because of the principles that I've learned over time, I was like, okay, what is the worst case scenario here, really? How much is it going to cost me to fix this stuff? Because if I stress from today till tomorrow, it's not going to solve the issue. Why not I just, you know, sit down, talk to people, talk to tradesmen, talk to people that can give me a quotation, and then see how much it's going to cost, and, you know, make progress from there. And really, when I started speaking to tradesmen and things like that, I found out that even the amount required to resolve the issue was not even significant. It was so low, and I thought about it. I said, so imagine if I'd stressed myself, and, you know, just stress yourself, do this, you know, talk all over the place and call people, you know, looking for people to throw a pity party for you, you know, empathize with you and things like that. But actually, it was just a little amount, you know, and it got resolved. So it's another pointer for you to know that money will solve most problems, except in the case of a death or sickness, or, you know, there are some other issues I think money can solve, but mostly, even the Bible says that money answers all problems, you know. I think the last point here is, for me, is don't stress, you know, don't process every negative thoughts that comes to your head. You know, don't overanalyze issues. What we find is that, we get a report, or something happens, or there's an issue, and then we've thought about 10,000 different ways of how bad it can get, or how it's going to just end up in doom. you know. So that's something again I've learned over time. It's not easy. I mean, it comes with practice. That, you know, instead of that time that you spend in thinking of all the various compositions and how it's going to go bad, you know, you can use that energy to sit down and focus on positive things. Life is meant for us to come enjoy, you know, to enjoy life. Challenges will come, but we should have ways of managing these challenges. But what I found out, most times is people just get stressed, you know. They go through life, you know, worries, and they never really seem to enjoy their life. So their life keeps going up and down. Today they're happy, tomorrow they're down, you know, it just keeps going up and down. So don't over process negative issues, negative thoughts. Just always look for the positives in everything you do. There's always a positive side. Even when couples are they are going through horrible times in their marriages, there's always a positive side to it. But a lot of times we focus on the negatives. In every situation, most times we tend to focus on the negatives. But for you to live a stress-free life, you always have to think or look for the positive in things that you do. Again, thanks for watching this channel today. If you've been inspired by what you've heard, you can go and watch our other videos as well. And if you want me to talk about something in particular that you're struggling with and you want me to talk about it, or if there's anything you just want me to talk about, link down below in the comment box. My name is Brenda Owadia again. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye. Have a beautiful week, by the way. Bye.